Hey, it's Max from Abstract Automation here. Today I'm going to show you how we can embed charts and dashboards into Zoho CRM so your users don't have to waste time going out of the CRM into another app like Zoho Analytics, running reports and selecting filters. And we're even going to show you how you can actually embed a chart inside of an actual account record or customer record in the CRM, and that chart will automatically filter based on that customer's information. So let's get into it. All right, so here is my Zoho One demo account. We're looking at Zoho CRM right now, and under my deals module, I've got a bunch of deals that have been closed and are in the closed one stage. So all of these deals would represent successful sales in the business, and they're spread across time over the past however many months. Now in Zoho Analytics, I was able to create a simple chart which is showing us total company-wide all of the closed won deals per month over time. Okay, so here would be all the sales of April of this year, all the sales of May this year, and so forth. Now, I could offer this chart directly to my users so that they could go into Zoho Analytics and load the chart. I could also add a filter at the top of the chart where they might be able to select various customers or other metrics to get a filtered view of the bar chart. But we've decided to go a more convenient route for the users, which is we would like to embed this chart in a few different ways directly in Zoho CRM. So let's show you how to do that. So here we are back in Zoho CRM. What you want to do first is go to your setup area, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add this chart as a tab, sort of like a new module in the Zoho CRM so that it can be easily accessible without leaving the CRM. So in order to do that, we'll go to our setup, we'll go to modules and fields, and then at the top there's an option for web tabs. So we will create a new web tab, give it a name like monthly company sales. It is going to be a link type of web tab, and now we have to get a link in here. Now all we need to do to get that link is we go over to our chart and we go to the share box and we click URL/permalink, and then we copy that to our clipboard. So anybody or any of your users who has access to this chart in Zoho Analytics will be able to access this module in Zoho CRM. Be sure to give or grant the profiles on the CRM side the access required, and then we're just going to click save. Okay, so now we have our new web tab. Let's go back to our home page and see what this looks like. Now it added the tab automatically all the way at the bottom of the list, but we'll just click here to go to it. And you can see there it is. So we haven't left Zoho CRM. We're still in our Zoho CRM tab here. Here's all of our other Zoho CRM modules. And we have a very nice, convenient way to get to this chart from right inside of Zoho CRM. You could do the same with a dashboard or any other report or view inside of Zoho Analytics. You can do the same thing and add it over to Zoho CRM. All right, so now what's the next step? So this is the part that I think is really exciting, which is we can take this chart and not just make it available in the CRM, but we can put this chart under each customer record or account record, and the chart will automatically filter based on that customer. So instead of seeing company-wide sales in that view, we're going to end up seeing only the sales for that particular customer that we're looking at. So let's just take a look what that looks like first before we get into actually how we were able to get it done. So I'm going to go load up my accounts module here in the CRM. And there's two test customers that I used for creating the deals that were won over time. So let's go to this first test customer here. Now here's the view of your customer record. Down the left-hand side, we have added a little section called Analytics. We can scroll down to get there as well. And what happens is, as soon as you get to that section, which is right here, you can see that the chart loads, and this data is only reflecting the sales of this customer that we're viewing. So what's actually happening under the hood is when this customer record loads, the unique ID of this customer account gets pushed to Zoho Analytics as a filter for the data that's used in this chart, and then only this particular customer's deals are included in the tallies of the chart that we're looking at here. So just to show you the comparison, here's January 32,000, here's February 60,000. If we look at the chart in Zoho Analytics, we can see that the numbers are quite different, right? Because this chart is including sales from all customers across the CRM, while the chart that we're looking at here under this customer is only this customer's sales. Okay, so how did we add this section to our customer? The lingo or the terminology here is it's a custom related list. So if you click on add related list here, you have all these kinds of options. I'm not going to get into all of these options, but essentially we use the ability to add a widget in this case. When you add a widget, it's a little bit sophisticated. You do have to write a little bit of code, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But essentially what you do is you give the widget a name like monthly sales or Zoho Analytics data or whatever you want to call it. And then what you have to do is select Zoho hosting, and you upload a zip file that contains an HTML file. Now, just for a quick look, I have that over here in my notepad file. This is what the HTML file looks like. It might look a little scary for someone who doesn't know HTML, but it's pretty straightforward. Essentially what we're doing here is we're putting the URL of the chart or of the report in Zoho Analytics, and we're also using this variable here to get the ID of the customer, and we're using that ID of the customer in our criteria. So really the only thing that would change if you were to deploy this at your own company is this URL right here, right? So your URL is going to be a different URL for your chart. This is our chart here that we put together, but pretty much everything else here would be the same. So I hope you find this video useful, and I hope you enjoy your using of Zoho. Have a great day.